What's up, Zwifters, and welcome back to another video. My name is Oliver, and this is Z-Race Central. Today, we're going to be talking all about Zwift version 1.95, which starts rolling out today in a phased rollout fashion, so you'll probably get it over the next 2 or 3 days. Now, we've got a couple of substantial new features that were included in this release, which is why I thought it would be interesting to cover this as a full video on its own. So firstly, we've got notifications when a follower who you also follow starts Zwifting. So if, say, my sister, who I follow, and she also follows me back on a Zwift, starts riding in the same world, I'll get a little notification up where you normally get ride-on notifications that says that she started Zwifting, and I'll have the option to go ahead and teleport to her location so that we can ride together. So that's great if you're trying to ride with friends and you're just doing a ride on your own, and all of a sudden you see that, oh, your friend starts Zwifting, you can go ahead and join them. Now, the next thing that is new that I want to talk about is the event cooldown feature. Now, the event cooldown feature has now been rolled out to all events, and it's actually been tested for the last couple of months. So Zwift has been doing some pretty elaborate testing to make sure everything is working as intended. Now, I know that there were quite a few bugs with this feature when it first launched, so I'm not completely sure if this is completely bulletproof yet, but we'll probably see in the coming few weeks if this is a feature that is really reliable and steady and ready for release as of right now. Now, this basically just gives you the ability to continue to ride with the people who you race with in your same category. So it'll continue to say like what place you got, and then you'll also be able to chat with them. So it's a way of sort of sticking together with that group, because oftentimes you just get thrown into the void of all these different riders and you don't really know who was actually in your race. And this is just sort of a bit of a solution to that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is improvements to bike upgrades so that they aren't attained through cheating. Now, in the past, we've had quite a few issues once bike upgrades were introduced where riders were just teleporting to the top of Out to Zwift, gliding down and just getting free kilometers or miles or minutes, and it was just a whole disaster. And a lot of Zwifters called for some sort of protocol to get to stop these riders from continuing to do this, and Zwift has finally implemented that. And we'll probably see how well this works in the next week or so. I don't really know how well this works. I don't really test this kind of stuff, but it is a great step in the right direction for Zwift, and it's something that really needed to be done from the start, and it's great to finally see it added into game. So my guess is that this will just void all kilometers that are attained through just teleporting and going to the top of like major climbs. I don't know entirely how it works, but that's just my guess of how Zwift will sort of limit you from doing those sort of cheats to get those free miles or kilometers from descending without actually getting on the trainer and just sitting on your couch, racking up XP, racking up those extra minutes and miles. Now, next thing is the improved graphics. Now, there's also been improved graphics on Windows, but I think the main thing that I want to talk about is the improved graphics on the M series iPads and also the iPhone 16 series. Now, I've only been able to actually test this on the iPad Air M3, and things have looked quite a bit better than they used to look. You now have rider shadows like you would see on a higher-end device like a Mac or a PC, but it is pretty disappointing in the sense that the resolution doesn't seem to have actually improved. It still looks pretty grainy and like that mobile look that it had on the iPads and the phones. So that's pretty disappointing. I think Zwift definitely could have bumped it up to 1440 or 2160 like we see on Macs, who also use the same processor as the iPad series. So that's a little disappointing. I think there's definitely more work to be done from this standpoint, but it is a step in the right direction. It's great to see Zwift finally giving the iPads and the iPhones some more love from the graphics standpoint. Now, that's just about all I have for you all in this video. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please consider hitting that like, subscribe button. It really helps support the channel. And with that, thank you all for watching, and ride on.